to my channel. All right, I said I was going to get the Blooming palette. All right, I did get the Blooming palette from Natasha Denona, and today we're finally going to do a look with it. We're gonna talk about the palette. I'm also going to pull out my Bloom face palette that I have because I wasn't surprised about what the color story would look like, because if you know Bloom, you know what you're going to get. Okay, so I'm hoping that she does like another like part 2 of using the same color story, because there is certain like colors that I feel would be great, because like she did I believe it was the retro glam, the glam palette, and a bunch of other like color stories that she made like a mini palette with from just like a 5 or 6 pan palette. So I think this is promising to do like another series, and you know, we'll see what happens with the new Natasha Denona releases. But when this first came out, I found out from like a spoiler. I believe it was already released and launched in China, and then there's this Chinese influencer that I follow. Something about Chinese makeup is the aesthetic is like, you know, like they're doing the thing. And I saw the swatches and I saw the palette. I was like, wait a minute, that is a new Natasha Denona palette. So I couldn't wait for her to finally drop it and like tease it in her Instagram. And I'm just so excited to play with this new Natasha Denona palette. And without further ado, let's get into this Get Ready With Me. My name is T. I love all things skin and beauty, and I am in love with the Natasha Denona formula. And so without further ado, we're going to basically start off with playing with this palette, the Bloom palette. Excited, I couldn't wait for this to drop. I got it during the pre-order for her on her website, so we're just gonna play with this. I know that she's playing around with her formulas and, you know, switching them around a bit. I don't know if there's like, you know, a cream to powder formula this time, but I know there are like creamy mattes and silky mattes, dual chromes, multi-chromes, and metallics, and there's sparkling foiled formula in here. So we're going to go right ahead and play with this. It kind of tells you on the box of like which formulas they have and how to use them for an eyeshadow look. It's also made in Italy. We love to see that. And yeah, pretty much that's basically it. It has 24-month shelf life. Obviously, you know, sometimes we be leaving it a little bit longer in our collection, which is fine. No judgment here. I do the same. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do a look with this palette. I also have the Bloom palette here with me. I was not surprised by the color story, by the way, when it was finally sneaked peeked, because if you see how the Blooming palette looks, then you know what you're gonna get. So I'm gonna play with this as well, and I'm gonna tell you all my thoughts about this palette. But yeah, first things first, let me open up the packaging. Oh my god, so excited. A lot of people I've noticed were like kind of like another mauve palette, another like, and I'm like, yeah, but it makes sense. So this is what it looks like, the packaging. Again, we have the 3D packaging with the lift on the palette. You kind of see it right here, how it's kind of like 3D if you do it like this way. And Natasha Denona actually was involved in creating the design of the palette by using watercolor. For those that don't know, I used to study a lot of art and was an artiste. And one of my favorite formats was watercolor because of the way that it blooms into other colors. So it's interesting that she would pick watercolor because that's exactly what this palette is definitely giving. So this is what the palette is looking like. Ain't it pretty? Oh my god, it is so pretty. I'm really curious about some of these shades. A lot of people were interested in Equinox, but I was interested in that, but also Umber. So Umber is this shade right here. That's Umber, and this is Equinox, right? So you could kind of tell like the difference in, you know, pretty much all of her palettes. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to have dupes in here, but there's going to be different variations of like mauves and things like that in her catalog, if you will. So we're going to go ahead and play with this. I'm going to also use some of the Rephr brushes and the new Adept brushes that I am falling in love with, that I'm still testing out. So let me put on my NYX primer and we'll get right into this look. All right, we're gonna go in with Floss first. I think that's how you say the name. I don't know. But we're gonna go in with that first. I'm using the Adept E18 brush. So that's what we're gonna do. Matte. So I'm assuming that could be her cream to powder, but it doesn't really look like it has that kind of like velvet texture, but it is blending out really nicely. But so far I'm liking how this matte is performing, which shouldn't be surprising from a Natasha Denona palette, by the way, because the formula is like by far one of my top 10 eyeshadow formulas. All right, next I'm gonna go into Clover. Obviously, we're gonna go with kind of like a mauve-y type of look. I'm gonna go in with the Clover shade into the crease using the same brush, the E18. Yeah. I have to say that every time I use Natasha Denona palettes, I am just like, yup. Like, you have to be like used to like using her formula, but it's not that like confusing, or like it's easy to use. And they don't take that long to build or blend, at least for me. So far, I am loving this. See, so far. All right, now we're gonna go into Bark. Bark is like a brown shade right here. So this is, woo, okay. This is Bark, okay. I went in with Clover and Floss, which is right here. So that's what I've done so far. But now we're gonna go on with Bark, and we're gonna just put it right here, kind of like giving the eye shape some dimension, just to bring it all in. It's crazy how I'm using the same exact brush. This brush by Adept, the E18, this is amazing because like the way that you press into like a shade and into your eyelids, if you will, like how gentle you are using this brush, it can make it very versatile to use for pretty much anything, unless you have like maybe like hooded eyes or not that much like lid space. But it's still a really good brush to use because of how the shape is. If you see it right here, how the shape pretty much is. But I'm just doing it really gently, not really putting too much pressure. Using Bark. And yeah, so far I'm liking how the look is coming out, how the mattes are blending in together, how they layer. All right, now we're gonna move on to Equinox, because you know I have to use Equinox. I'm gonna use Equinox and Umber. We're gonna use both of those shades. I don't know how. We're gonna figure it out. But I was thinking I could use the Equinox shade kind of like on the inner corner somewhat, and then Equinox can be like at the end, like the outer corner. So let's see. I'm putting on the Clarity Cosmetics foil eyeshadow primer. It is called Stick to It. Don't know if they're still selling this. Don't know what the brand is like really doing, but like this is a Natasha Denona video, but yeah, they're on Chop and Block right now, Clarity Cosmetics. But yeah, let me know what other like eye primers do you use for foils and all that good stuff, because I know NYX has one that is similar to Clarity, but it has more of a grip to it, more of a better like stickiness to it. I know from the NYX last time I tried it out, but give me some recommendations. What are you using, especially if you do have fungal acne, because that would be really, really helpful, because I've had this for a very long time. And also let me know if you still want me to play with some of the Clarity Cosmetics palettes that I got from my haul. I don't want them to go to waste, but I'm honestly scared of touching them because I don't want to damage the shades, because they just disintegrate without me even touching it anyway. So it's like, also, I'm gonna try to give y'all updates on the other palette that I used from Clarity Cosmetics, the Forbidden Love palette. I was able to save some of that shade that broke out of nowhere when I was using the palette. Tried to clean the palette the best that I could, but yeah, that's weird. That was a weird one for me. So they're on the chopping block at this point. So I'm not purchasing anything new from them. I'm just gonna use what I got, and that's that. But like back to Natasha Denona, because this is a Natasha Denona palette video, if you feel me. We're gonna go in with Umber. This is what Umber looks like if you can focus. It's trying to focus. But yeah, that's what Equinox looks like. And I'm just gonna put it right here. Ooh. Natasha Denona. Oh my God, wait a minute. Oh, snap. You see the shine. Do you guys see the shine of like Equinox? I mean, not Equinox, of Umber. Yeah, Umber was something that I was actually interested in when I looked at like the swatches. Umber was what I actually wanted, because I love shades like this. Oh yeah. Yep. That's what I was really looking forward to. Now we're gonna go in with Equinox. So I believe Natasha Denona also has this like formula where it's like kind of like a shimmer duochrome or like multi-chrome, but it's like, it's kind of light. Like you could kind of tell, because like you could kind of see through it a little bit. This Equinox, but like you could kind of see how, if it can focus, on it, but it's kind of like a thin formula, but we're just gonna go in with Equinox. So this is Equinox and Umber together. This is what we're working with. I mean, I still like Equinox, but it just wasn't giving what it was giving at that time when Natasha Denona released the color stories and the whole shebang for this palette. Yeah, this is what we're working with. I mean, it's still a cute shade. It's still a cute shade, but it wasn't giving what it was giving during the whole like reveal. So, all right, so we're gonna move on into the face. I'm using this Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I never really liked it. Don't come for me, but I never liked it. It wasn't game changing for me because there wasn't no grip. Like, it wasn't no grip, at least to me, unless, I mean, you caked it up on your face, but it is what it is. It doesn't have that much triggers in it. Now, I'm saying this now. Watch me come on camera. Listen, I'm not trying to jinx it, but every single time, like, it doesn't have that much triggers, so it should be fine. What happens? I get a fungal acne breakout. But yeah, we're just gonna put this on this brush right here. And maybe it's because I like to put my primers on using a brush, but like, I don't know. But we're gonna do this. But yeah, like I was saying, that Equinox shade wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. It was more of a thin duochrome or multi-chrome. I don't even, what is Equinox anyways? Because that was kind of a letdown. Equinox is a duochrome. It's a thin duochrome though. Emphasis on the thin, because we know what a duochrome looked like, at least for me. And indie brands, they've been giving that type of like formula for a while now, to the point where it's like, I'm just honestly here for the vision, for the other formulas within the palette, but Natasha Denona's formula is still amazing. You know, it's really easy to learn how to use. It's just that one shade that I tried that everyone was hyping up about, like, oh my god, Equinox, did you see Equinox? Oh my god, Equinox. And I'm just like, I honestly like that umber shade. I don't know about y'all, but that's what I was looking for too in that palette. But it is a little bit sticky, like just a little bit, but once it dries down, like, it's not really giving much to me, you know. I'm like, I don't know. It's not really holding much, so I don't know what the hype is about. But we're gonna go and, like, even when I let it sit, it's still like nothing. So I don't know what the hype is about, but we're gonna go in with this concealer. I'm using the House Labs concealer and foundation, by the way. But we're just gonna go right in because it really doesn't do anything. Like, I've tried to like let it sit. I've tried just like putting it on as soon as it like is blended out, like good to go. But I don't know what that is about, to be honest with you. That's why I'm like, you know, like I'll try it. Like you were saying that it's like better than sliced bread. That's like normally what like you hear. It's like, oh my god, this like primer is amazing. Oh my god, this foundation is amazing. Look at my pores. Look at how it blends in. Oh my god, look at the shades. And it's like, yeah, you know, like I'll try it, but is it really giving what you said it was giving? And I'm gonna say no for the Milk Hydro Grip. Like it's not giving anything. I'm gonna use this BK brush, the 112, and I'm gonna use it for pretty much for the concealer. But yeah, like I'm trying to use the other like BK brushes shades, like brushes, and I believe this is really for like a highlighter and stuff, but I just want it for like how fluffy it is and how it gets the corners, really. That's why I decided to use the 112. I know it's not really a concealer brush, but it's still doing it, like reaching the like corners, because see that? That's exactly what I am looking for. And I prefer brushes that are flexible, that can get into like the creases and get into like those like hard to reach areas. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I did my eyebrows already. I normally do it once I'm done, but I just went in with the LYS brow gel. It is the Secure Brow Shape and Hold Clear Brow Gel. So it's this one here. But that's pretty much it. And I'm going to go right ahead and we're going to move on to the foundation. Again, I'm using the House Labs foundation right here. Everything will be in the description, but yeah. So far, I'm liking the concealer and the foundation though. Like, it's a really nice formula. Like, I will say that it was hard to figure out my shade. But either way, I think I matched pretty well. Like, it was a pretty okay match for me. So yeah, I'm liking how flexible this brush is and how it's able to blend the like concealer and foundation. Really liking that. I don't know why I do this, but sometimes I like to go over the areas that I put like concealer on with my foundation. I'm like, it defeats the purpose. What are you doing? But like sometimes I just tend to do that. But yeah, so far I'm liking this. I've been using it like whenever like I'm in the mood for it. Sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I just like go in with my Danessa Myricks blurring balm powder. But if I'm not too much of in a hurry, then I'll use this. Another thing is that like sometimes like I don't use foundation like this because I am that person that likes to put on my foundation on my hand as like a palette. It's sometimes I don't want to be dealing with all that stuff. Okay, yeah. This is good. We can leave it here. We can leave it here for now. That's what we are looking like. All right, now I'm gonna move on with cream products. Let me just wipe this off real quick. All right, and we're gonna go in with the Tower 28 bronzer. There's not really a cream bronzer that I have from Natasha Denona or like a palette, so we're just gonna go in with this. I said that I was going to use some of Adept's brushes, but I'm not seeing anything. I think I used like literally all their brushes and I didn't really clean them because I can't find a clean brush. See, that's why I get multiple sets. Like, I'm gonna have to repurchase these because honestly, these brushes are amazing. I have to say that Adept Cosmetics, they saw something that was needed and they did it. You know, they did the damn thing. But yeah, we're gonna go in with this brush right here. I also love double-sided brushes. And we're gonna go in with the Tower 28 cream bronzer and work on that real quick. Where's my mirror? Okay. Okay. So this is like the first time I think of me really trying this out. And you know, it is pigmented. Definitely pigmented for sure. But also easy to blend. I don't want to mess my headband up. Yeah, I like this. I like the Tower 28 cream bronzers. Now, I've had this for I want to say like maybe since like last year or something. Like they had a sale last year almost around the holiday, so I was like, let me grab some stuff because like I wanted to try them out. And so far I haven't seen anything going on with the like formula. I know I've seen some people say that like their formula is going bad or whatever, or moldy. I don't know, that hasn't happened to me. So if it hasn't happened to me, then at this point I don't know. But I just wanted to like mention that as well. But I've had this for quite some time. Nothing has happened to none of my cream blushes or bronzers from Tower 28. So, I don't know. All right, now we're gonna go in with the face palette from Natasha Denona. And I gotta figure out what brush I should use. That's what I'm looking for this. Kind of want to go in with like maybe like a rougher brush, or ooh, let's use a Sonia G brush. I forgot about this brush. Yeah, I forgot about this brush. We're gonna use the Sonia G brush. This is the base one, and we're gonna go in with the cream shade. I'm gonna go in with that shade right here. that is their cream blush formula, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. Yo, I used to love this palette. One thing they don't tell you about Fude, when you get into Fude and when you get into these natural hair brushes, sometimes they don't say how much it sheds, okay? Especially if you had this for quite some time. And like, if you don't live with pets, if you don't have to go through the struggle of a cat that sheds or a dog that sheds or anything that sheds hair, I don't know if you're gonna be ready for this. Like, that's for sure. Like, I don't know if you're really gonna be ready. But yeah, this formula is absolutely amazing. I forgot when exactly this was released. I want to say like maybe 2019 or 2020. I'll probably pop it on the screen somewhere. But this was like definitely the hype, like for real. So yeah, this is the one of the blush, cream blushes from this palette. I'm gonna take the same brush, but I'm also gonna like wipe it off, because you don't want to mix your cream and powder formulas. So I'm gonna wipe it off, and we're gonna go in with this shade here, this shade. So this is their Duo Glow, and we're just gonna put it on top like so. And you can really go overboard with this formula for sure. So like, usually you have to go like really, really light with this, because, oh, it's glowy, all right. It's definitely glowy. So that's what we're working with. All right, and now we're gonna go in with the powder, with the powders right now. So I have powder bronzers and stuff to use. So we're gonna go in with the Victoria Beckham. So it's her brick thing that has like, it's a warm and like a warm bronzer shade and a contour shade in there. I got it in 5, but it's like the matte bronzing brick. All I gotta say is that, I mean, it is amazing. But is it worth the price? I can't really decide on that. But it is amazing, though. Like, it is. But when I say, like, is it worth it? I mean, like, am I honestly using this from my collection? Like, am I, like, passing them over to like just use it because like this is like amazing? No. Which is why I pulled it out, because I haven't been using it. So there's that. You know, there's that for sure. You know, I mean, we're very glowy. We're looking at the monitor. We're very dewy. We're gonna need to powder this. So we're gonna move on to just doing face powder. let's see, what do I want to use? We can honestly go in with some of the powders that I have here from this corner real quick. You know, I've played with a bunch of LYS already. We have Huda. Also don't know about Huda. I don't know about Huda. Just letting y'all know right here and now. Don't know about Huda. I think I won't be purchasing from Huda Beauty again. Just like, I don't like how they are stealing content from creators. And also, I didn't forget about that Beauty Bakery incident that happened where there was like, it was just really, really shady. If y'all don't know about the Beauty Bakery and the whole like Huda Beauty like photo shoot, when basically she released a photo shoot advertisement for her Easy Bake powder, then please do, because that was not okay. So I'm using the Hourglass powder, and I'm just really just putting it on the top here, because this, like, it's not, the packaging is not helping me get the product that I need for trying to contain, sorry I'm banging, but trying to contain this glowiness that I have going on here. But because I am glowy. Ooh, I'm glowy. Like, I like being dewy, but not too much now. Not too much. We're gonna have to tone this down. I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to tone this down a bit. And that's what I'm doing right now. But yeah, so far, I'm liking the Hourglass powder. I heard it was really good. Now, one thing about me, if it's your first time watching me, then I have fungal acne. However, I can get away with using certain products that may have triggers in them. So, if this has like a trigger for you, I'm absolutely sorry. Which is why I'm probably gonna put like some disclaimers down and just say like, hey, please patch test. Please, you know, make sure you check what products I am using before you buy it. So I don't know about that. We're gonna go on. We're gonna use the powder over just a little bit where like I put the glow formula at. Just a little bit, not a lot. Just a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how I really feel about that primer. Like, I don't know. Like, did it really do anything? I don't even know if it did anything. But we'll find out if it did. But I don't know if it did. If I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if it did anything. But yeah, I'm just going to use the products that I like have in my stash. So if you see me using like something that I said that it was on the chopping block, or I'm not using it, it's because I already have it. Like, they already have my money. You know? They already have my money. So I'm going to go in with the Easy Bake pressed powder. I don't know if I even like this though. I feel like it's easy to overdo it, especially on the under eye. And I don't really like what the formula does with my under eyes. Like, I'm still testing it, but I feel like it's just showing everything. Like, it's not really blurring. It's showing all of the texture that I have under my eyes. Like, I can already tell. Yeah, not liking this. Which is why, like, it's cool to like try something out if it's like a big hype and people are like saying, oh, you should like really try it, it's like really good. Try it for yourself, and then really see if the recommendations are really matching what you like or what your makeup style is. But this right here, yeah, I can like see all of my pores, and I'm still using it, which is crazy, but I'm gonna, maybe it gets better during the day. It's crazy how we try to like convince ourselves like, oh, it's probably not gonna look that bad, but during the day it's probably gonna get better. I mean, okay, we'll see about that, but so far, not liking what I'm saying. Not liking it. Yeah, this is I don't know. I don't know about that. This mascara again. It's the Heroin Make. It's like I think it's a Japanese brand that you can get on Amazon and YesStyle. You know, it's pretty good. It does a good job lifting the lashes. All right. Now that that's done, we're gonna go in with the Makeup by Mario and the Fashion Fair lip liner, and we should be pretty much good to go. I don't really like pencil lip liners, but this does a good job. Yeah, like it's very smooth. All right, now we're gonna try out this this Makeup by Mario lip formula that everyone, like, it had mixed reviews. Not everyone liked the formula. Some did, some did not. So we're gonna try this out. It's this one here. This right here. As you can tell by my voice, I'm kind of worried. But okay, here we go. But it comes in like with this doe fur right here, and we're just gonna. Oh, I don't know if I like this. I don't know. It's kind of like. Okay, I mean, I don't know how it's gonna last, but it feels very like Vaseline-y. Like it's definitely like a more of a like an oil slip to it. I don't know if I like it, if I like that. I have to play with it more, but it's pretty good. It's decent. But this is pretty much it. This is pretty much the final look. Right here. Let me fix my headband real quick. All right. So this is what we're working with. You'll probably see a video and pictures and happening around in the video, okay, to get better lighting and a better close-up. But this is what we're working with. And so far, it's pretty good. Like, looking at the monitor right now, I just don't like, the only thing that I didn't like is that Huda Beauty Easy Bake Press Powder. Ooh, it's minty. Oh, the lip gloss is minty. Oh, wow. I didn't even notice. Is this a plumping? It's kind of minty. I don't know. Maybe I should have researched a little bit more about this. But yeah, it's kind of like just a slight minty feel, just a slight, not a little bit. I mean, it's just a tiny bit. It doesn't hurt, but it's like giving winter fresh. Okay, well, we'll see how this lip lasts and whether or not if I like it, I'll keep you guys posted. But other than that, I really had me a good time playing with the Natasha Denona Bloom Palette. This color story is absolutely amazing, okay? It is absolutely amazing. I definitely love the Equinox shade less than I thought I would. I really love the umber shimmer and how pigmented it was. Equinox is more of a thin formula that it would probably look good over something else. But yeah, it's more of those like thin type of duochromes. But other than that, had me a good time playing with this palette. Let me know if you want me to play with anything else from Natasha Denona. I do have like my Pat McGrath mothership that just came in. I got it in the lavender case, so I'm definitely gonna post a video about that. But anyways, my name is T. Thank you so much for spending the time with me and watching this get ready with me. Again, be kind to yourself, love yourself, and love your skin. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.